This is Tom Grassi, and this is 30 and 30, and you're watching Illogical Canadian.
Bonjour, mes amis. Je suis Canadien et logique. It's the most wonderful time of the year. The week in review is back again. Week 14 time. Week 13, I'm sorry. Week 13 time. And we have stuff that happened. Meaning teams are officially out of the playoff race and teams that are officially in the playoffs. It's a beautiful time to be alive nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. But we're here, we're doing this again. So sit back, relax, get some popcorn, and let's get into the games this week, shall we? Because we had a full fucking slate. So here we go. Thanksgiving game number one. Obviously, Detroit was going to be featured somewhere in this because, again, it was Thanksgiving Day. Everyone was sitting around getting fat, or in the Bears' case, just completely prolapsing on the fucking football field. Now, what am I talking about? Picture the scene. You are on the last drive of the fucking game. You are down by three. The clock is winding down. You just got a playoff, but the play was in bounds, meaning that the clock was still running. Instead, what do you choose to do here? A, do you call a timeout and try to get yourself more time? B, do you just not take a timeout and just spike the ball, forcing the clock to stop, thus saving your timeout for a more crucial moment? Or C, just stand there with your dick in your hands doing absolutely fucking nothing and let that timeout go to waste? Oh, if you chose option C, dear viewer, you must like Matt Eberflus. Because that's exactly what happened. Didn't use the last timeout, and the Bears lost because everything happened. Now, what did Matt Eberflus get out of this? Now, was it A, pay raise, B, a slap on the wrist, or C, did he get told to fuck off, he's fired? If you again chose C, you are absolutely correct. Matt Eberflus is now fucking jobless. Fucking dumbass. The biggest dumbass to have ever dumbassed in the history of dumbass. He probably deserved to get fired. At least you're free now, Chicago. For now. Oh boy, Thanksgiving game number two. And of course, we have to have the fucking Cowboys here because, of course, we do. But why the fuck did the Giants have to be here? Because they're contractually obligated to. Alright, fine, take a seat at the table, Giants. But just know you're not gonna have a good time. Dallas, for some reason, just seemed to figure shit out. And they moved the ball pretty efficiently. Even on defense, they seem to hold the Giants pretty goddamn well. Well, I mean, Dallas, I'll say for the first time in a while since Dak got injured, you looked a little better and a little more in stride, which is good. But for the Giants, it's not such a good thing. Because Giants, with this loss, you are the first team to officially be eliminated.
Get the fuck out of here!
Utter fucking embarrassment out of you, Giants. I expected so much better out of you. But then again, you released Daniel Jones and you pretty much deprived yourselves of a quarterback. Drew Lock is not a starting caliber anymore. He's not. I don't think he ever was. If anything, Giants, the only thing that killed your season was yourselves. You still have Brian Dable. You still have Joe Shun. And you act like everything is fine. Oh, but apparently in the eyes of John Mara, everything is fine, right? Yeah, guess what? You fought wrong. Now you're dead. The fuck out of my sight, you worthless hacks. The final game on Thanksgiving comes to us in primetime form. And it was an ass whipping, pretty much. Because Miami, while playing good, just couldn't get the fucking ball rolling. Green Bay actually looked like a competent franchise. I mean, look at now they're 9-3. The Packers have all the goddamn momentum in their favor, but they gotta face a tough opponent next week. We'll get to that shortly. But Miami, 5-7, and you are not looking good. And with this loss for you, Miami, you just gave two other teams prime position to clinch playoff spots. Now, which teams those were, I won't tell you just yet. You'll have to figure it out for yourselves, though. But to put it straightforward, this is a great game. Both teams did everything they could, but one team had to win. And in this case, it was the Packers. I mean, yeah, but Green Bay had the home field advantage here because one, well, they're at home. Number two, it's the cold. It's November. Miami doesn't play well in the cold. Just look at the wild card game last year against Kansas City. They didn't play so well then. And as well as they played this time around, it wasn't well enough to win. That's all you could say. Yeah, I think this one's going to need its own thing. Listen, I streamed that game. You saw the ending of that game. There's a lot to talk about in this game that had implications for both sides. So this is gonna get separated. And with the other shit show videos still yet to be downloaded, those will be the last two of the season. Buckle up, Buckaroo, because it's about to get really shitty in this bitch. Well, can't say I didn't see this coming. The Colts marched into Foxborough and they actually put on an underwhelming performance, all things considered. The only thing that kept them in this game was their defense. But even then, their defense was all right. The Patriots just seemed to walk right over the Colts. But the Patriots defense, and this is the problem that has been all year, when it comes to crucial plays at the crucial times, nowadays it just seems like they crumble under pressure. Take this last play, for example. The Colts get a touchdown to tie to be down by 1 point, 24-23. The Patriots, well, actually, the Colts decide to go for two, and the Patriots need to stop. They get the stop, they win the game. They allowed a 2 point, the Colts win. They allowed the Colts in, albeit not by much, but guess what? They still got in. So the Patriots have the ball one last time. So they get far enough down the field to where, they can get Joey Slide in the field goal position. Wait, field goal position? No, I was talking about Hail Mitt. Patriots. Put Slide back on the bench. No, we're not trying from 6. They're trying from 68. And they missed, but it was short. Utter fucking pathetic. Just because of that New England, I don't know anymore with you guys. Genuinely, I do not fucking know of you guys anymore. Because it feels like the more I try with you, the more. Trying to think of the word. The more embarrassed I am. I really thought we had it. But we didn't. And because of that, you guys can march on to your fucking graves.
Get the fuck out of here!
Like I said, the more I try with you guys, the more embarrassed I am. But then again, we all knew it was going to be a rebuilding year. We all knew this was going to happen. It was just a matter of fucking time. I don't know what more you really could have fucking expected out of the Patriots this year. Genuinely, I don't know what more you could have expected it. Because this was the fucking outcome that everyone was seeing from a mile away. This week on Days of Our Steelers. Wait, I got the wrong script. I'm sorry. That was for treat. I'm sorry. Wrong script. Hold on. I think. Yeah, there we go. There's a script. This game was a fucking high scoring motherfucking powerhouse. Both teams gave it their all. Both teams put their hearts into this game. There was bomb after bomb with these two, but the Steelers won the game in a game that someone had to win. The good news is for Pittsburgh, they're now 9-3, and they have a really good lead right now in the AFC North. Depending on their rivals down to the South. But that's to be seen with the fucking Steelers. But again, Bengals may have lost this game, but it's not like they didn't play shitty. They played really good. Both teams played really good. But the Bengals just were on the unfortunate side of a great matchup. That's just the reality with some shit like this. Have some teams that play really good but lose. But then again, there are teams that play like dog shit and win. Because logic makes all the fucking sense in the world. But great game, you two. Great fucking game. Okay, not so much an offensive battle, but a defensive one. Huh. Okay, I didn't have that on my bingo card with the Falcons and Chargers, but hey, you know what? Why not? Sure, we can squeeze that in. Because truth be told, this was a game that I guess needed to happen for the Falcons. They needed a bit of a wake up call, and despite the loss, I think the message is firmly across now. I think the message is firmly across that now is the time that they need to wake the fuck up. They lost several games in a row now and are potentially staring down the barrel of a potential fucking choke of the goddamn division. At they were 6-3 at one point, okay? They were 6-3. And you know what happened? They lost and then lost and then but actually then they had a bye week and then they lost again. Atlanta, something's not sitting well. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the Kirk Cousins effect finally starting to wear off. Because 4 picks in a fucking game, yeah, that's a recipe for fucking bullshit now, isn't it? Like, as much as Atlanta tries to be a good team, it just seems like they get held back every single fucking time. Is Atlanta legit? If you asked me that a few weeks ago, I would say, yeah, sure. But nowadays, I'm not so fucking sure of that. One word to describe Jets Seahawks. Very confusing. I know it's supposed to be 2 words, but shut up. This game was just very confusing. Because on one hand, you had the Jets actually doing their fucking jobs properly. But on the other hand, you had Seattle marching back. Why? Because the Jets once again proved that they couldn't hold on to their own shit. I just gotta know why the fuck the Jets are the way they are. They fucking suck. 3-9 they are now. 3-9. I didn't know any better. The Jets were next on the fucking chopping block. But and again, I really don't know anything anymore. It seems like I've lost all sense of fucking intelligence with the Jets. The Seahawks didn't exactly have the best game either, but they still did decent enough to win. And that's all you can really say because the defenses, again, played a big part for the Seahawks. Like, come on now. And you expect any of us at all, just anywhere, it doesn't matter where you are, just anywhere at all. Do you expect any of us to fall for that shit of teams just utterly collapsing just because they don't fucking want, just because they want to? I don't get it. And I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore either. All I know is the Jets fucking suck. The Seahawks did not play up to par, but yet they are fucking where they are now. And that record is wrong. That's probably one of the first only mistakes this video has. God damn it, I keep doing it. It's like every week. There's always a fucking error of sorts on these fucking graphics. But that's okay. Just means it's a scavenger hunt. Find all the fucking errors there are in these videos, and you get a chocolate chip cookie. Enjoy. Now, I'm gonna say one thing. Alshire should be suspended for that hit. And he was for only 3 games, which is kind of criminal considering Trevor Lawrence was already placed on IR and pretty much ending his season. That hit was fucking dirty. There's no other way to put it. that hit was dirty. Like, but the Jaguars kind of also did themselves dirty. I mean, I know shitty segue to go from injury to talk about the shit talking the team, but it is what it is. The Jaguars, they're shit. I think we can all attest to that. We can all attest to the fact that the Jaguars are shit. I mean, they cannot hold a lead to save their fucking lives, and it shows with this game. They had a lead and they blew it. They lost the game, and the Texans just again they look good. They look good. They play good, and they just do good. The Texans are good. They're trying to find their stride again after a bit of a skid, but that skid hopefully shouldn't take them out of the race too much. But for Jacksonville, the story is far different.
Get the fuck out of here!
Pain. That's all you can describe the Jaguars. Pain. They had everything going until they didn't. It was just like a couple of years ago. They were literally down to 2-7 or 2-8, whatever, and they clawed all the way back, made the playoffs, beat the Chargers because they were choking, but still lost in the divisional. It's not like the Jaguars are, well, actually, scratch it. They are fucking terrible now. Because it seems like last season they were on a fucking major skid after being the opposite way and then just completely collapsing. And then this season they just never could get off the fucking ground in the beginning. They just never got up in the air. They just stayed flat. And that sucks. And now they have to roll with Mac Jones for the rest of their season because Trevor Lawrence got hurt. God rest his soul, and I hope he's okay. But poor Jags, man. Poor Jags. It just seems like they're lost. Hopefully they'll find their fucking mojo soon. With whatever the hell it is that they need. Not a bad game by all means necessary, but definitely one that leaves some people questioning. On one hand, Arizona played actually pretty goddamn brilliantly well, but again, and I said this with the Jaguars earlier. When it comes to holding leads, Arizona could not hold their fucking own in this game because, like the Jaguars, they collapsed. But albeit this game was closer, it ended by a 1 point difference. But the Vikings just seemed to really get in groove after a certain point. Once they were down a certain bit, they knew what they had to do and they clawed their way back. They fought their way back from behind and they got the win. That's what's important. The Vikings now are 10-2 and could potentially clinch a playoff spot next week. I'll get to all the scenarios after this, I promise. But for now, you need to know Minnesota's 10-2, Arizona's 6-6, but they're not completely dead yet. Actually, they're still in the race. But there's a lot to talk about, so we got to keep this fucking train moving. So let's get on to the next matchup. One word comes to mind when you think the Tennessee Titans. Pain. Why do I say pain? Because the Commanders basically just fucking walked right over them. Made the fucking Titans suffer every step throughout the fucking way. Just everything that you could have figured that went wrong for the Titans did. The Commanders basically just beat the shit out of them. Imagine the school jock just beating the shit out of some random nerd in a movie. That's exactly what the Commanders did to the Titans here. They played like utter ass. Washington had an easy fucking time moving the ball down the field multiple times in this game. And you wonder fucking why people do not like the Titans. Washington, you're finally finding your fucking stride. Keep up the fucking momentum. Because right now, you're on the fucking fringe of missing the playoffs altogether if you're not careful. You guys got this season. Just keep the momentum going. If there's one thing that's ever made sense is how the fuck do you keep a game close with the Carolina Panthers? In this case, I'm asking that question of Tampa Bay. But more specifically, how the fuck do you get this game to fucking overtime? Fucking overtime. Yeah, you won, but still, you allowed the Panthers to take you to overtime. At least when they kept the goals of Kansas City, at least Kansas City fucking finished them off. In regulation, the fuck was that? Look at Bucky Irving was running all over them. Bryce Young was actually throwing damn good too, but what the fuck? Oh, because Baker Mayfield got hurt for a bit. Oh, that's probably why. But still, this is the Panthers. You shouldn't be doing this against the fucking Panthers. Something doesn't sit right with the Force. And I don't like it. Listen, we saw this fucking act already. We don't need to see it again, Saints. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me introduce you to this. Saints win 2 games in a row, and then they lose the rest. In this case, the Saints again won 2 games in a row. Now they're gonna lose the fucking rest. What's even worse for the Saints is, you know that guy right there. You see this guy right here. Yeah, Taysom Hill. His season's now done, and it's a case of ACL. Fuck. So it's really gonna get worse for the Saints. Pretty soon, they're gonna be next on the chopping block. And when it happens, I hate to say it, but no one's gonna be surprised. It's an unfortunate scene in the football world, but it is what it is. It's a damn shame, though. I'm serious. It's a real damn shame. Because I had hope for the Saints. I mean, they kept Los Angeles pretty fucking decently well. I mean, except for Kyron Williams. But you kept the Rams basically in close range. Again, the Rams didn't play a bad game, but still, it's about the thought that matters, New Orleans. Come on, man. Come on. Finally, a true heavyweight battle. 2 teams fucking looking to make their fucking impressions known. Baltimore looking to inch closer to the Steelers in the AFC North standings. And the Eagles looking to get closer and closer to trying to clinch a playoff spot. In this case, both teams really made their cases known. It sucks that one team had to fucking win and one team had to lose. I wish both of these teams could have won because the way this game looked, it was really good. When the Ravens didn't fucking stall out, that is. Because when the Ravens stalled out, it was the Eagles' time to fucking shine. They took advantage of it every single time. Saquon Barkley was again running all over defenses. I hate to say it, Baltimore, but you might be in a little bit of trouble. No need to fear. You're still in the playoffs for now, but time's gonna really bite you in the ass if you don't take care of that soon. Because let's just say things are not gonna go the way you want it to if you keep it up. Oh, the weather outside was frightful, but the football was so delightful. Since there's no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Because that's exactly what they were doing in Buffalo. Lake effect snow piles up, everything goes to shit. But for the Niners, it just gets bad. You remember how you got Christian McCaffrey back just a couple weeks ago? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but his season's done. It's a season-ending PCL injury, and his season's done. What's even worse is your second string, Jordan Mason, despite having a decent game, his season is looking to be done too as he got placed on IR. So now you're down to your third string, and things are not looking good for the Niners. They got ass blasted by Buffalo Snow. Well, I don't know. But you know what they say in this case, Buffalo? One man's trash is another man's treasure. Well done, Buffalo. With this win, you sealed the AFC East. You are the first team this year to clinch a division. Well done, Buffalo. And earlier, I like how earlier in the year, before the season even started, everyone was saying, oh, Buffalo's not going to be that good. Buffalo's going to have to deal with no top receivers. Oh, God, this is unfortunate. What are they going to do? Apparently go on a fucking bludgeoning spree on the rest of the league. That's what they're going to do. Yeah, so, Buffalo seem to have found a way around it. I don't know how they keep doing it, but they do. Congratulations, Buffalo. Congrats on your AFC's title once again, and for claiming the first divisional title of the year. Dear NFL, why can't we get more matchups like this? Because people thought this matchup wasn't going to be that good. I myself included. That's why I didn't stream Monday night. I was fucking wrong. I would like to take the time to formally apologize and say I was fucking wrong. Jerry Jeudy walked back into his old home claiming he wanted to whip his old team's ass, and by all fucking means he did. 235 receiving yards. What a fucking game. Take a fucking bow, sir. Marvin Mims also had a great game for the Broncos, including a 93-yard touchdown reception. Yeah, so but apparently both teams were fucking slinging bombs on each other like it was the Battle of the Somme. Oh, fucking God. There was a lot of offense in this game. And you know what? We like offense. We love offense in football. We even love pick sixes in football because we got plenty of those in this game too. Jameis Winston is good for now. He's actually not that bad. I like Jameis Winston for the Browns. So far, I think it's a good fit. But again, both teams deserve their flowers for this game. Great job, you two. Great fucking shit. So now there is a lot to discuss. Not too much. We're going to try to keep it short and sweet. But essentially, there are more scenarios that can be had. I mean, the Chiefs, they already clinched their playoff spot. But the AFC West is all theirs with a win on Sunday night, and that's it. Detroit could get in with a win on Thursday Night Football. But if that doesn't work out, there's a whole litany of other options here. A lot of them has to involve the Atlanta Falcons losing or tying, as well as the Buccaneers losing or tying, and a bunch of other combinations there. Same thing with Philadelphia. They can also clinch. But again, they need a lot to happen. They need to win, as well as a combination of either Atlanta or Tampa Bay losing, along with a Cardinals loss, and in another situation there. The Lions need to win, the Rams need to lose, a bunch of other shit there. There's a lot to go over on that one. Now, for the Vikings, it's a little more simple. If they win and the Cardinals lose and the Rams lose, they're in. Simple as that. But other than that, it's just a bunch of other convoluted bullshit that involves ties, and I don't really feel like going over those. We also got a couple of eliminations we can discuss. For the NFC side of things, Carolina can be eliminated if Atlanta wins and Carolina loses. On the AFC side, it's all basically just losing, you're out. The Jets, the Browns, and the Titans can all be eliminated with a loss this week. Simple as that. Easy shit. You know the drill, people. Don't get eliminated. I'll see you guys later tonight for the fantasy football recap, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Thursday Night Football. The Ultimate Shit Show will be out on Saturday. Until then, je suis Canadien et logique. Bon nuit et au revoir.